Hi everyone, I wanted to upload this sooner, but it's a lot of work getting videos like this to look good. There's lots of colour correction and noise reduction and various things like that to do, and it does take a long time. I took all these yesterday on the beach here in Rustington and Littlehampton, which, if you don't know, where I live on the south coast of England. This is what I always used to do before I was sick, and so I'm glad that sometimes I'm able to do it again. I'm not always up to it, but the last few days I've been much better and I've enjoyed it and have coped with it quite well. And there's not much like being out in nature like this, by the sea of course, which I love, and seeing the birds, saying hello to strangers, which I do as often as I can, as long as someone makes eye contact. They don't always. I don't like how some of these clips look, but I'm still relearning filming techniques for this kind of video, so doing it for YouTube will help me improve. And it's pretty hard with a very big lens to follow birds as they're flying. It is difficult, and the reason that most of them are in slow motion is because it's more forgiving of all the camera shake, because I'm not using a tripod. I find that even more difficult because I don't know, you just can't move the camera to different angles, different positions as fast if you're using a tripod. I won't bother to label what every bird is. I doubt most of you will care, or if you do, then you'll probably already know what they are. But in this, there are herring gulls, great black-backed gulls, which is always a mouthful, oyster catchers, crows, and I think the tiny ones might be sanderlings, or is it turnstones? I'm not too sure. There's also a couple of four-legged birds running on the beach, commonly known as doggies. Some of the work the computer has to do to create videos like this takes a long time, and so I had a look into upgrading my graphics card, because it uses the graphics card mostly for this kind of thing, and to get one better than the one I've got and to be worth an upgrade, you're looking at around £2,000. My goodness, I'm not paid £2,000 to save myself 20 minutes. I feel a lot fitter than I did a few months ago, so I'm able to carry my heavy camera lens around and use it without a tripod. I did try maybe a couple of months ago, and I really wasn't up to it. I could barely hold it, let alone pan around following birds. But my remaining problem, that I'm sure I've mentioned several times on this channel already, maybe I shouldn't go on about it, but the problem is needing the loo. I was out for around 2 hours yesterday and I had to use a public loo twice. Now, everywhere I go these days, I have to plan it to ensure I'm going to be close to a public loo. So it is quite restrictive. And when I filmed a steam train that some of you may have seen the other day, I wanted to go to a better location away from housing, but there was just nowhere else I could find in close proximity to a toilet. I've had some new subscribers recently, which I'm really thankful for. I think I'm at 23 now, maybe. And I had some lovely comments from people too. Thank you very much for that. It all means a lot, and just gives me a bit more motivation to keep on going making these videos. This morning I was out at the beach and filmed the sunrise, along with a few more birds and some other things going on too, like there was a dustman around and some people jogging, walking dogs. So I filmed a few of those. I'll publish that as soon as I can, but it's just taking so long to put these videos together. When I get new subscribers, as long as YouTube tells me who they are, I look at their channels to find out something about them. Most times people don't have their own videos, so I obviously can't make any comments on their channels. If any new subscribers I don't already know are watching, please feel free to say hi and say a little about yourself. I reply to all comments as long as YouTube gives me a notification, but sometimes it doesn't. So if it seems like I've ignored you, I promise it's not intentional, so please just try again. I'll leave you with the rest of this splendid video. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.